there, guitar players. Welcome to Master Guitar Friend. My name is Jörg. Okay, you just heard a snippet of what we're going to learn today. In this lessons, I'm going to introduce to you to one of my all-time favorite blues tunes by Bob Dylan called Watching the River Flow. This is a very interesting 16-bar blues, not your standard 1-4-5 progression, rather it's a 1-2-4-5 progression. And it also features a bridge with a 1-2-5-6 progression. The whole tune is quite interesting. It also has a pause after the first verse, and there's some other cool stuff going on that I will cover in a later lesson. Today we're going to just look at the rhythm. If you never heard the song, then get that link and go have a listen, but then come right back to learn. I will show you how to play the song in the key of E, in standard tuning. The original song is in F, and the guitars are tuned to open E, so this is going to be way easier. But if you listen to the recording and you play along the way I showed you, it's not going to match up, okay? So just want to let you know. If you get something out of my lessons, then please subscribe right here, hit the bell so you get notification when new lessons go up. Thank you, that will help me a lot. Adding the 2-chord adds another dimensions to this 16-bar blues. And the 2-chord is only played in 1 bar during the 16-bar duration. Adding the bridge is another great feature of this song, and it makes it very interesting. It's certainly not a boring blues song. There's lots of things happening. As always, resources for these lessons are in my description. I will have a guitar backing track and tabs to support the lesson. So check it out. I created a backing track in the key of E, and I have 2 versions for you to download. One version includes the intro. The other version is just the rhythm with spaces left for you to play the intro, the pause section, and the outro. At the end of this video, for a bonus, I will show you how to play the intro and the outro of this song with tabs to support it. In another lesson to come, I will cover the pause section after the first verse, as well as all the cool turnarounds and the lead solo. So stay tuned for that. The first 16 bars we're going to look at is the verse section, okay? For the verse section, the 1 chord is E, the 4 chord is A, the 2 chord is F sharp, and the 5 chord is B. So the E chord is index finger on 2nd fret A string, and then pick both the E and A. And then we hammer on A4. And we do that blues shuffle, okay? And I'll have a tab for you there too so you can follow along. The 4 chord, just move that whole shape down 1 string. So we're going to be on the D2, and we hammer on the D4. And all we pick here is the A and the D string, okay? The F sharp is up here. We're going to be on the E string, 2nd fret, and on the A string, 4th fret. And we hammer on the A6. If that's too much of a stretch, just leave it until you condition your fingers to do that. And then the B chord is just 1 below. So we go A2 and D4, hammer on D6. Okay, so that's the first section. So now I'm going to play the whole first verse. After the first verse, there is a pause. There's a little bit of guitar and piano work in the original. I just have guitar. And so during that phase, you don't play at all until the second verse starts. In the second verse, which I'm not going to play, but you will over my backing track, you play that same variation, that first verse variation. Okay, for the bridge section, we're using only 1 new chord, and that is the C sharp minor. And you will find that down here on the 9th fret, 9th fret E, and 11th fret on the A string. And then we hammer on the A13. And the stretching should be easier here because the frets are closer together. Okay? And the F sharp, which we played up here in the first verse variation, you can just play that right below the C sharp minor, right here. Just take that whole shape, move it down one string, okay? That way you're close, you don't have to go up there, and it's right there. The bridge section actually starts with B, and then E, and then the C sharp minor, and then the F sharp, and back to B. I will play it and you can follow along. I just play the end of verse 2, and then I'll show you how to get into the bridge. So after that lead solo and bridge section, basically the guitar stays in E and A. And it goes about 5 times, and then at the very end, he always sings, watching the river flow, watching the river flow. And then at the very end he says, but I sit here on this bank of sand and watch the river flow. And then there's a little lick and it's done. Okay, so I'll play it. Watching the river flow, watching the river flow, watching the river flow. Well, I'm sitting here on my bank of sand and I watch the river flow. Let's look at the intro. So when you play the intro over my backing track, at the very beginning, you hear 4 hi-hats, tss, 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 and then the cymbal, and that's your key to get into the intro, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that's how you get into it. So the first part is you slide to the 13th fret on the G string, and then we go to the B string 12 and 13, and then we'll do this 8 times. Okay, and we'll do a bit of vibrato while we do that. Shake your finger a little bit. Okay. Then we go. So we put a pull off from E12 to E11, up to B12, back to E11 twice, twice to B12, and then B9, and then a single one on the B5. Okay, and then we go into, we go to G4, and then open E and B. G3, open E and B. G2, open E and B. Okay, and then just the first fret G and the open E. And then we'll go up here. Okay, open A, first fret A, and second fret A. And then we'll slide. Then we're going to slide to A4. And then we'll go to D2 twice, back to A4. And then we'll start the A shuffle. All right, so the ending, we're coming out of this tag. Watching the river flow. And I sit here on my bank of sand and I watch the river flow. Something like that. E12 and B15 twice, and then B12. Then with our ring finger we slide from D13 to 14, and then G12 and 13, back to D14, and then open E, and then a D9. And let everything ring. I hope you enjoyed this blues tune as much as I do. I hope you get something out of this lesson. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.